Marathon Patent Group stock analysis. Okay guys, in this video we're going to talk about a cryptocurrency stock, basically the largest and soon to be largest cryptocurrency mining company in the United States, ticker symbol MARA, Marathon Patent Group. And the reason why I like this company so much is that recently Bitcoin has been on a recent tear. It's as of recording this video, it's over $19,000 right now. And a lot of big, basically this year has been the year where a lot of people have invested a ton of money, mainly in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple, and some others as well. So the reason why this stock I think is breaking out is simply because this company is really ramping up production and they're going to make money basically mining Bitcoin. So let's get into it, guys, and let's give you the details on what this company is about. Okay, so here we are on the website. It says Marathon is a digital asset technology company that mines cryptocurrencies with a focus on the blockchain ecosystem and generation of digital assets. So right now, the company is planning to have around 21,500 Antminer Bitmain S19 Pro Bitcoin miners in operation at this facility, and they currently own around over 2,000 Bitcoin miners in a facility in North Dakota. So to get you guys up to speed on what exactly Bitcoin mining is, basically with cryptocurrencies, they're basically digital assets. They're decentralized, so they're not controlled by banks or anything. Bitcoin is another way to refer to kind of the people's money. But, since there aren't any banks involved with cryptocurrencies, there needs to be a way to kind of verify transactions and things like that. So I'm going to explain to you guys how mining works, how Bitcoin works, and how Marathon makes money. So if we head over to this to kind of give you guys a rundown, I know a lot of you guys out there already understand cryptocurrency, but maybe some of you are new to it. So let's go over kind of some of the definitions to figure out exactly what things are. So Bitcoin, what is Bitcoin? So Bitcoin is a type of digital currency in which a record of transactions is maintained and new units of currency are generated by the computational solution of mathematical problems, and which operates independently of a central bank. So basically, guys, Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. It's been going through the roof, and it's basically a fixed amount of Bitcoin. So there's never more than like 16 to 20 million Bitcoins created at any one moment, and that's one of the reasons why you're seeing the price of Bitcoin going up, because where fiat money is basically being printed at will, and due to the whole pandemic, the fiat currency supply of the US dollar increased by like 20% of the new dollars were created this year alone. So anytime you have a currency that has a fixed price, a fixed supply, and then you have fiat currency, obviously the price of that asset is going to increase because there's just a finite amount of Bitcoin. So that's one of the reasons why you're seeing Bitcoin price go up. It's just simply supply demand, right? Finite supply and then increased demand, so the price is increasing. So the blockchain is a system in which a record of transactions made in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are maintained across several computers. So the blockchain is basically a way to basically record these transactions, to keep track of them. So a block is a file that contains a permanent record. So now mining. So this is exactly how Marathon Patent Group makes money. It says the processing of transactions in a digital currency system in which records of current Bitcoin transactions known as blocks are added to the record of past transactions known as the blockchain. And then we have something called hash rate. Hash rate is a measure of a miner's performance. A number of calculations a miner can perform in 1 second as it works to solve the Bitcoin code. And then the block reward, which is what we're interested in as investors in this company. The amount of Bitcoin awarded earned for successfully mining and verifying a block. So this whole company's goal is to have a lot of different miners. They're planning to have over 20,000 of them, and they're constantly working throughout the day, solving these transactions and receiving Bitcoin as a reward. And as you can see here, here's a look at what these machines actually look like. So as you can see here, it's all run basically in this basically huge network center, data center. It's all run in a data center, and these machines kind of run themselves. So the company is basically going to generate money. Basically, the more machines they own, the more revenue they're going to generate. So now let's get a look into that little bit into the investor presentation to give you guys kind of a deeper insight into what the company is planning. So as you can see here, you get all this information on their investor relations. So as you can see here, it says building the largest self-mining operation in North America at one of the lowest energy costs. And they have the potential to grow the revenue substantially. So why is this? Well, one of the reasons is that simply the price of Bitcoin has been skyrocketing. So to quickly show you guys what Bitcoin is trading at, I like to use a website to track the price called CoinMarketCap. So I actually own Bitcoin through my digital wallet on Coinbase, and you guys can check out the links in the description. And if you deposit $100, you'll get $10 in free Bitcoin. So as you can see here, the price of Bitcoin as of recording this video is over $19,000. And currently there's a fixed supply of around 18,000, there's a fixed supply of over 18 million Bitcoins. So Bitcoin is definitely kind of scarce. There's only 18 million or so of them in circulation. And that's one of the reasons why we're seeing the prices skyrocket. So the Bitcoin only has a market cap of around $350 billion, which isn't a lot of money. I mean, Tesla alone has a much larger market cap than Bitcoin. So one of the nice things I think about the future of Bitcoin is that more and more people are starting to get on board. Companies like MicroStrategy and Square have major stakes in Bitcoin. PayPal just recently allowed people to buy and sell using Bitcoin. So, when PayPal is getting on board and you have major companies, and lots of celebrities have recently come out this year, announced that they've put millions of dollars into Bitcoin. So this is just the beginning. The average person isn't really familiar with cryptocurrency. They don't really understand it. But the fact that PayPal and many other rich people, wealthy people are putting their money into Bitcoin, this means that this is the beginning of something. So guys, this isn't really a cryptocurrency channel. And to be honest, I really don't understand the true utility value of cryptocurrency versus owning, say, like stock in a company like Amazon. So, but I know there's something there. So the reason I know there's something there is simply because there's just a fixed supply of them. And obviously I would prefer to own stocks, but I also own cryptocurrencies as well, because I understand that there's probably something there that I don't truly understand because I'm not really a true crypto guy, but I don't want to miss out on an opportunity. I think over this decade, if more and more people get on to cryptocurrency, I think there's going to be a huge explosion for investor returns. And the fact that Facebook is coming out with their own cryptocurrency next year, that's going to make cryptocurrencies kind of more mainstream. So if Facebook is doing it, the whole world is going to be introduced to cryptocurrency next year. So this is a nice time to get involved with companies that are going to be making money in the crypto mining industry. So as we can see here, the company is headquartered in Las Vegas and they have a facility in Montana. So their goal is to set around 23,000 miners, and that will allow them to produce around 15 to 20 Bitcoins per day. So obviously, a lot of people, you can just buy Bitcoin. Like I buy Bitcoin through Coinbase. You can also buy it on Robinhood. But there are some risks there. And a lot of people are maybe not interested in owning it outright. So what you want to do is you want to find some of these crypto stocks. So these are companies that are basically profiting off the rise in Bitcoin. And that's exactly what you can do with Marathon. So as you can see here, you could purchase it yourself. You can invest in a producer, or you could buy an ETF. So one of the reasons why I think that this is such an interesting opportunity is because as the price of Bitcoin goes up, each Bitcoin that is mined is going to be more valuable. So these companies are basically assuming that, if they get in now and they start mining and ramp up their facilities, the price of Bitcoin is probably going to skyrocket over the long term. And that's what we're seeing here. As you can see here, take a look at a chart of Bitcoin versus gold and S&P 500 over the last 5 years. Bitcoin has outperformed gold in the S&P 500 by a wide margin, over 5,000%. And guys, Bitcoin is just something where it just keeps going up. Obviously, like I mentioned before, you got to do your own research on Bitcoin as well. But there's just so many people getting involved. And when I saw that PayPal was really allowing Bitcoin into the digital wallet, that kind of stamped it and made it, legit for me, because I use PayPal all the time. I use it every day. And if PayPal is adding it, it's definitely the real deal. So, like I said, this company, they have a goal to move from 500,000 in revenue a month to over 8.8 million in revenue per month, and that they're going to do that because they are planning to scale up the amount of miners that they're using. So like I said, guys, I'm not going to get into all the technicals of this. You can check out this presentation if you want, but the good thing about this is that they're planning to ramp up production substantially. So that's the most important thing that we're looking for this company. We want them to ramp up production, and we want them to basically reach scale. So here's kind of the charts they're using. If they have over 23,000 miners and they're 2% of the hash rate and they're generating around 15 to 20 Bitcoins per day, they think that they could do around 8.8 million revenue per month. So very interesting company here. Lots of good things. They plan for positive cash flow, no long-term debt, plan to produce an average Bitcoin around just under $4,000 per Bitcoin. And right now the price of Bitcoin is over 19,000. Now we're not really sure if this price is going to pull back, go up or down, but as of now, everything looks pretty good. So these are awesome numbers, guys. And I think that this is one of the more interesting ways to kind of play the whole Bitcoin boom. The good thing about this is that if you buy Bitcoin at like the top, let's say you buy it now at 19,000 and it crashes a bit, you're going to lose money in the short term. But if you're investing in a company like Marathon Patent Group, this company is kind of like a gold miner, but for Bitcoin. So as long as they keep their cost of mining per Bitcoin below the current market price, there's substantial room for profit. And I like this company as well because, you know, it's a small cap company. So we take a look at the market. Okay, so if we take a look at the market cap, we see the market cap is pretty small. It's only about just under $300 million. So, you know, this is still the first inning of Bitcoin. I think there's a lot of upside for the company in the long run. So now let's take a look at their latest quarterly report, and I'll give you guys a future price prediction. Okay, so once again, I got this from their investor relations. As you can see here, they increased the quarterly revenue 160% year over year, have 27 million in cash, and they are investing a lot more money in their mining operations. So the good thing about this company is that they are generating good revenue. Things are looking up, and they're looking to purchase a lot more miners. So you can see here they purchased an additional 10,000 miners. And that's really this company's goal. As you can see here, they only have around 2,000 in September when the Bitcoin is trading just at $10,000. And by the end of the second quarter in 2021, they're planning to have over 23,000 miners. So they're basically planning to increase their production, 10 to 11 fold. And obviously, as long as Bitcoin prices stay high, this company is going to generate a lot of revenue. And with 23,000 miners deployed, this would make this company the largest Bitcoin miner in America. So as you guys know, when I'm investing in stocks, I try to look for the largest player in that industry because that's exactly how companies like Amazon, Tesla, Google have done so well. Usually when in doubt, just go with the largest company with the biggest chance for revenue. So guys, let's take a look at that chart and look at a future stock price where I think this company can go in the future. So if we head back to Robinhood, we can see that it's trading at currently around $5.60. So if we take a look here, there was a bit of resistance here and then a lot of consolidation, and the stock looks like it's planning to break out, and that coincides with the kind of the breakout in the price for Bitcoin. But the good thing about Bitcoin is that I've seen a lot of price projections for Bitcoin, outrageous price projections, something like $250,000 for Bitcoin, $500,000 for Bitcoin. And, at first I would say that those claims are pretty outrageous, but with the rate that people are printing fiat money and the fact that Bitcoin is a fixed supply, I think that long term the price is only going to go up, right? I mean, literally any type of asset, whether that's artwork, real estate, coins, sports cards, decent company stocks, anything that has some type of value to others that is a fixed supply, the price has to go up because the dollars, more and more dollars are being created every day, and the government can create an unlimited amount of dollars. So the way the dollar's headed, the dollar will eventually head to zero. So a lot of people are going to be putting money into Bitcoin just as a hedge against the dollar. Now, I don't think the dollar is going to go to zero anytime soon. I still think it's probably the strongest, if not the strongest currency in the world. But we've all seen the purchasing power of the dollar go down over the years. I mean, what I could purchase even just 10 or 20 years ago is substantially less with the same amount of dollars. So I think Marathon Patent Group, I think this is a nice way to play the trend in Bitcoin. Its market cap is a small cap company, well under $1 billion. So I think that as long as the price of Bitcoin tends to continue going higher, if it breaks out past $20,000 or something like that, and this company feels what they say they plan to do $8 million in revenue, that would give them an annual revenue of just under $100 million. I think that this company is grossly undervalued. If we put it at a simple like price to sales ratio of 5 to 10, or even if this company is profitable and put it at a PE ratio of, let's say, it's definitely a more digital type stock. If we put it at a PE ratio of like 20 to 40 or something like this, and they were doing, let's say, 60 to 70 million dollars in revenue, and profit per year, then that would put this company at a potential market cap of like 600 million to 1.2 billion. So that makes this grossly undervalued. And as long as Bitcoin continues to rise in price, I think that you're going to definitely be in a good situation if you own the largest miner in North America. So guys, that's my future price target for Marathon Patent Group. I believe it's at least a $10 stock. It looks like it's broken out from this previous resistance. And like I say, guys, don't worry about, I would say, if you missed the boat, Bitcoin is going to go much higher in the future. Next year, once Facebook launches their currency, I think you're going to see crypto go mainstream. So it's still time to get in. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you like my content, please smash the like button and subscribe to my channel to receive more future updates on videos I produce. Also, if you want to see which stocks I'm watching on every market trading day, simply subscribe to the newsletter by clicking the link in the description below, or you can go to investortrip.com/newsletter and sign up for that newsletter to see which stocks I'm watching. And every trading day, I send that email out right before the market opens. So that's it until next time, guys. Take care.